Hey tubes, how are you guys? We're in the garage again here. We've been working on the T, doing a progress video on it. Looks like I did more than I took apart, but I really didn't. All I got is the took off the radiator, the headlights, manifolds, got the horn there. That just covers the engine area from the road. I don't know what you want to call that, just sheet metal. Took the radiator fan off and labeled all the wires. You got your wires for your commutator, which is up front here. It's dark. I'll get a light on that in a second. But yeah, well, it's actually we're about to take the dash off the firewall, which is wood, which is funny. But we think we have to take this off to take the engine out. You might not have to, but it'd be a lot easier because you guys can't see anything in here. You got your pedals here, 3 pedals, and it'd be really hard to clear the come on, focus. It'd be really hard to clear the firewall there without taking it out. So I went ahead, labeled all the wires. What does that say? Passenger side light for the headlight. Okay, guys can't even see that. Labeled all the wires with the fancy schmancy label maker we have here. But yeah, you got your crankcase breather and oil fill. Got your 6-volt generator with your cutout. You know, your hot water output and your nice cool water input there. I don't have a water pump, it's just thermosiphon. Crank goes here. This is actually the front mount for the engine, and there's only 3 mounts. You got one mount here that pivots, flexes with the, allows the frame to flex, and you got one on that side of the trans and one on that side of the trans. You can't even see it, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see if I can take that firewall off. Alright, we're gonna see how heavy this is. I'm gonna try it by myself, see what happens. Everything should be disconnected. Huh. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright, set this down somewhere. Help. Gently. Gently. Okay. That went really well. Alright, so that engine looks real lonely now. Holy crap. Wow. That's kind of sad seeing this thing like this. Holy crap. That is weird. Took the steering wheel off. There's your pitman arm. And Henry Ford liked planetary gears. Up in that round thing, there's a bunch of little planetary gears for your quote-unquote power steering, which these things were light enough that you really didn't need. Well, obviously they didn't have power steering, but you know, light cars easy to steer no matter what. Yeah, there's the coil box. I have the coils out right now. I'm gonna end up, here's the that panel with the amp gauge and everything on it. So wow. Alright, well you can see the trans mounts right here. Straddles it underneath. Comes up the other side. Where am I? Right here. Here's your starter. Your Bendix gears on the opposite side. You got your brake pedal, reverse pedal, and your low gear, neutral, and then, you know, high gear when you let the brake, hand brake all the way forward. Just for kicks and giggles, let's go look underneath that inspection cover and see what my trap accessory screen caught. Alright, so this is a lot later in the day. We got Eric here now.
Hi, tubes.
We're going to go ahead and lift that inspection cover off, see what's under there. I went ahead and took the bolts out. I didn't take it off yet, so we're going to see this at the same time. Oh, it's actually pretty clean in there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magnets, and they're covered with all sorts of iron filings. But I was expecting to see it dirtier because the last time I took this off was a long time ago. I haven't taken this off to clean it out in a while. Let me go ahead and take that, set this cover down, and pop this out. Gasket. So that's all. That's an accessory you can buy. And there's your one furthest this way is your brake. Oh, hold on. Let me put this down now. I'll show you guys. So this is your brake band. This is reverse. Is the band all the way up front, and you got low gear and high gear. Is a clutch inside of these drums. It's really hard to explain. These transmissions are really funky. Anyway, everything looks pretty good in there. I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on before something falls in there. Alright, tubes. We decided that we're going to pull the head off real quick because, you know, we're not going to be running it anytime soon, and, you know, might as well see what's in there. So we went ahead and took the, I don't even know how many bolts are. Took the bolts out. Some of them felt like they were just about to break. But we got them all out. They're all on the floor, laid out in a pattern to go back in, even though I'm probably going to get new head bolts. But, yeah, some of them looked like they were going to break off, but they all came out all right. So, going to get the dead blow, and we'll get back to you guys. All right, we're going to see how hard this thing is to get off. Got the dead blow here. See if it'll pop right off. Probably won't, but, you know. Can't hurt to try. Oh, look at that! Woo! That was easy.
Got it already.
This is the first time I'm seeing under a Model T head in my life, so we'll see this.
For me too.
We'll see this together. Yeah, you too. Copper head gasket. Oh my God, that is disgusting. What in the world is going on? What the heck? What the heck is that? Oh my gosh, there's a bolt sticking through the... What in the world is going on?
That is wacky.
What in the world happened there? Alright, well, get a shot of the top of the motor there. That is funky though. Let me set this down. What in the world? Alright, yeah, you got number 4, 3, 2, 1, you guys can count. You got your copper head gasket, which either... I thought this thing had a head gasket leaking. I don't know what the heck's going on. All sorts of different colors. But, jeez. Here, get a shot in there if you can. There's all sorts of dust and... Not dust. Rust in there and... crap ton of carbon. Holy crap. But, cylinder walls look amazing. I guess. Alright, well, shut that off real quick and we'll get the drop light over here. Alright, so after awing at the funky bolt through the head, it's just in the water jack. It just must have fallen through the water passage. But, I put the crank back together here, so spinning it around. Look how dirty the top of those pistons are. That is just ridiculous amount of carbon. But anyway, I'll crank it over. Oh, look at that. That's really dirty. I don't think that's where my knocking was coming from, because there's plenty of room in the head. There's almost probably almost 1.5 inches of combustion chamber. So, and then look at the here. Come horizontal with the valves here. You can see the valves working. And the engine's still hard to turn over because of the drag of these Model T transmissions. But yeah, that's interesting.
For sure.
Yeah, 4-banger. Anyway, we'll turn you guys back on in a little bit. Alright, well, we were looking at the cylinders to see how good they are. Grab the drop light so you guys can see. There's a big old scratch here, and then on the other side you can't really see that, but there's a little bit of scratching and discoloration on this side. This cylinder has a little bit of weird discoloration. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's that white ring on this one. There's that white ring. Almost looks like it got hot, but
Yeah, there you go. You can see it.
yeah, over on this one too. And then, I mean, they feel good besides those couple of scratches. And then this one is probably the best cylinder. Still has that weird discoloration, but on this one, it's really discolored and all sorts of like a little bit of rust maybe. I mean, you can't feel anything. It feels nice and smooth as can be. But it almost looks like they're sleeved. I don't think these engines were sleeved originally, but maybe that's just a mark that the head gasket made. But could have been sleeved. It doesn't look like this was, because these are the original 2-piece valves that are no good. So I don't know if someone was ever in here. But another interesting thing, these engines this year originally came with cotter pins and everything, and there's no cotter pins at all. They're just lock washers. And so someone was obviously through this motor. They obviously took the oil pan off and everything. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, you got discoloration in the valves that isn't consistent at all. But original cast iron pistons too. So we'll look into this more. All right, one last shot here of the head with this bolt. They must have dropped it through the water inlet or water output, whatever you want to call it, where the hot water goes through the radiator. They must have dropped a bolt through there. There's helicopters in the block from the maple trees, you know. But we're gonna see if we can tap this out of here. Oh, that's solid. That's been in there for a while.
Oh, went in.
Alright, but yeah, the head's really dirty too. Everything looks good besides the carbon and the corrosion of the water jacket, but oh, there it is.
There you go.
Oh crap! It's a Model T bolt. It has the hole for the safety wire. I wonder where the heck that came from. And you can't drop it through the radiator, and it won't be able to go in there through the radiator. They must have dropped it straight through here. Huh. Anyway, that's enough of that for now. Alright, well here's the last thing that we did today with the engine. Took the valve covers off. This is a 2-piece valve cover on this year engine. It looks like on the far spring on the right, I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'm trying to hold the drop light here at the same time, but it looks like that keeper broke. So that could have been very bad if my valve got sucked up into the... Actually, no, it wouldn't have been that bad because it would have just hit the head, because flathead engine. But yeah, there's the oil the oil that gets slung up from the crankshaft and the connecting rod spinning. But yeah, there's a oil hole on that side too, obviously. But yeah, there's the valves, and that's the progress so far in the Model T, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There'll be more coming. So like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. You'll see Hitandmissfits in another video. Alrighty, stay tuned for the next one, guys.